hours of the mother of all showdowns. Where we are? Well, it is the constituency-wise, it is the constituency of New Delhi. Big fight there. Arvind Kejriwal, Nupur Sharma and Kiran Walia. Why we are here? Because this is where the story is emanating, the last 2 hours of campaigning. And why so? Zahir will pull right into the eyeball-to-eyeball confrontation, which is right now going on at the Central Park in New Delhi. Nothing more iconic than that. On the right-hand side, you can see the BJP cadre. On the left-hand side, the Jhadu-wielding Aam Aadmi Party. Well, this is what it has come down to. It is the last 2 hours. Right in the thick of that action is my colleague Ankit Tyagi.
A very good evening. As Preeti was saying, this is an eyeball-to-eyeball confrontation, and my camera person Premchand Mishra will try and show you where we are. We are at the inner circle of Connaught Place, and you can see it's a war of caps that is going on. The white one here and the orange caps right behind me there. All of them trying to outshout each other. All of them trying to go ahead and tell people that it's their time has in fact come. Pretty electric atmosphere here. This has been symbolic of the campaign. As far as this campaign is concerned, the most fierce campaign that probably Delhi has seen.
All right, Ankit. You know, Ankit, it's quite amazing because where Zahira and I are standing, we've given our viewers the vantage position on that confrontation which is going on. We know you're right there behind us in the midst of that crowd. We want to engage with our viewers the last 2 hours. Also, Zahir, just show them. So a lot of people. So you know, this is it's Connaught Place in its element right now. Amazing energy on the streets, and this is what we are witnessing. But like we said, want to engage with our viewers. We want to take a sentiment poll on Twitter. It's the last final 2 hours on what has been a blitzkrieg in the national capital. So we are putting out 2 questions on Twitter. Question one, do people in the national capital believe in the campaign of Arvind Kejriwal? Do they feel that this campaign has succeeded? Well, false. If you think that it has succeeded, tweet with the hashtag. We're giving you the hashtag right there, and tweet there, and we will poll live every half hour. We will tell you the statistics. We will take the final poll at the end of 2 hours. The second question is on Kiran Bedi. On Twitter, this is a question we asked the Twitterati. Do you believe in the campaign of Kiran Bedi? Do you think it has worked? Well, you can tell us yes or no, and we are going to give out the details there in a short while from now. So every half an hour, we will give you, what we will do is that we will keep updating the statistics, and ultimately, come 6 p.m., when the final campaign is finished in Delhi, we will give you the final statistics on the sentiment poll in the national capital. You know, for any journalist who's covered elections in the last few years, what we are seeing is quite legendary in Delhi. And where Ankit is, right in the midst of the crowd, he'll be able to talk us through the final day of campaign where all parties pulled out the stops.
Well, from Twitter, where you
would be,
of course, sending us your response on that question, let me also tell you what is happening on the ground. The buzz here is the final push. Aam Aadmi Party cadre has been camping here for many days. They come out every single day trying to tell people to vote for Aam Aadmi Party. But today, the BJP taking them head on. On the other side, those flags, Narendra Modi's posters are out. And this side is Arvind Kejriwal's flag, his placards, his posters out. We will, of course, be bringing you voices from the ground. And if I right now put the mic here, the people, those who are standing, trust me, you'll hear only one voice. And if I go on that side, you are going to hear a unanimous voice. We also have our reporters spread out in the ground, giving you the best possible coverage that you can expect here in the final hours of the showdown. Also, our executive editor Javed Ansari bringing you perspective on how this campaign is going to close and what it will affect, how will it affect when Delhi decides on Feb 7th.
You know, Ankit, I want to cut across to Javed there. To Javed, Brijesh and Ashar. Three first correspondents from Headlines today joining us on this massive coverage. And believe me, when we say the kind of coverage we have planned for you, we have every reporter in practically every constituency. They'll be going across to every constituency, picking out the sentiment, the voices that matter most. And those are not voices of political analysts. Those are not, poll pundits who are giving out stats and figures there. Because there is only one person who knows exactly what is going to go down come the 10th of February, and that is those people out there, the voters. Brijesh, last 2 hours of campaigning, fever pitch reaching its crescendo. What was the diktat by the BJP? I believe all 70 constituencies have had road shows today where the candidates have taken out star campaigners. Give us details, and then it's over to Ankit to go across to Javed.
Well, Preeti, today the BJP chief gave a diktat to almost all the candidates that they should be present there in respective constituencies, and nobody should come to either Chauda Pandit Pant Marg or 11 Ashoka Road, which is the BJP's headquarter. And apart from BJP's chief ministerial candidate Kiran Bedi, who came to 11 Ashoka Road along with few advocates who said that they are now willing to support Kiran Bedi, almost all the candidates were in their respective constituencies. They conducted a lot of road shows. They interacted with the people because the formal campaigning will end today at 6 p.m. Preeti?
All right, Javed is also with us, and he's going to give us a larger perspective. All right, we don't seem to have Javed. Ashar Ahmad Khan is there. Ashar, you know, we saw that campaign by Rahul Gandhi yesterday. For the Congress, it is practically a fight for survival, for being politically relevant now.
Today early in the morning at around 3 a.m. we've got messages from the Congress media cell clearly stating that Rahul Gandhi will be holding a road show. So there were two road shows planned, the first in Sultanpur Majra and the other one in Okhla, but the Okhla one had to be cancelled because what happened was that there was paucity of time between the two locations. But yes, the Congress trying to rejuvenate its cadres and also moving ahead, trying to ensure that the organizational structure which has been there in Delhi continues. Preeti?
All right, you know, Ankit, if you heard Ashar, if Ankit can hear us right now, you know how the game in Delhi, this political showdown in Delhi is playing out. It's right there. There is no Congress flag there. It is between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. Over to you, Ankit. We have a guest with us. Ankit, if you can hear me, you know, what we were just stating is on how this has been a contest, obvious contest between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. No Congress flags there. All we can see is the BJP and the Congress Party. Ankit, it's over to you. We have a guest patch from the Congress. I believe we have Priyanka with us, Chaturvedi. It's over to you, Ankit.
Well, that is what the big question right now is. The confrontation here is between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. The competition is between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party, and the Congress has been missing in action. Let me just put that question to Priyanka. Priyanka, you know, right from the time this campaign began, the campaign was almost as if there were only two players in the national capital. Rahul Gandhi did come out, but he came out very late. He got good response also. Do you now think that Rahul Gandhi and your top leaders should have been on the ground a little earlier?
I would beg to differ. As far as our campaign is concerned, we have been consistently talking about the voters of Delhi, the issues that they've been facing, the challenges that they have been facing ever since they didn't have a government, ensuring that whatever promises were made were, came good. But since then we obviously lost an assembly election last year. We did realize the errors we made, and due to which people voted us out. And we worked on a manifesto. We gave Delhi a phase, a proven phase, a person who has worked in Delhi, who has worked as an MLA. He has proven credentials. He comes with a clean record and with experience. So we have been talking about the people. We have been talking about their issues. While we have seen, one second.
The perception that the people have got is that the Congress was missing in action initially. It was a late surge, but whether that is going to work or not is of course something that you will only know on the 7th, and of course on the decision day on the 10th. Let me very quickly take you to the poll manifestos. This time a lot of promises has been made, not only from the Aam Aadmi Party but also from the BJP and the Congress. A 70-point action plan from Arvind Kejriwal and a 270-point action plan, a vision document from the BJP to counter it. The Congress also coming down talking about Bijli, Pani, Sadak and you know, whole host of promises for the common man. How do the manifestos of all the three parties, how do the vision documents of all the three parties fare? Gaurav Sawant brings you a comparison of all the three contenders in Delhi.
There is clarity in comparison. So let's just pull out the election manifestos and vision documents of the three parties and show you what they've been promising you and what is important for you. On the issue of statehood, the BJP is curiously silent on the issue of statehood in these elections in their vision document. The Aam Aadmi Party promises full statehood. The Congress once again is silent on the issue of statehood. What about utility bills? The BJP promises water and power for all. The Aam Aadmi Party is once again promising its old promise of bringing the bills down by half. The Congress Party says they will drastically bring down prices of Bijli and Pani. So they're promising cheaper water and power. On the issue of Jan Lokpal, and this was the initial platform on which the Aam Aadmi Party came out. So they are saying we will pass the Jan Lokpal bill. Both the BJP and the Congress are curiously silent on the Jan Lokpal bill. What about power distribution, the audit of DISCOMs? The Aam Aadmi Party did that last time and they're once again promising you an audit of power distribution companies. But once again, as you see, the Congress and the BJP silent on the issue of auditing DISCOMs. What is top on the agenda as far as the BJP is concerned? What's on top of their agenda? Women's safety is on top of Kiran Bedi's agenda. Corruption is top on Aam Aadmi Party's agenda. Cheap water and power is high on the agenda of the Congress Party. So this is how the three parties compare. Your decision, you must go out and vote, decide who's best for you and for Delhi.
Throughout this election campaign, we have been bringing you Capital Showdown, special shows in the morning and the evening. And a constant staple diet of that has been your questions. You ask your netas what is their plan for Delhi. I have somebody from the, although he's clearly affiliated to the Aam Aadmi Party. Tell me, do you have a question for the Congress Party? We have a spokesperson from the Congress Party who's ready to answer the question here.
To be honest, it is not worthy to even ask a question to the Congress because they are not in the field. I actually wanted to target BJP. You can actually see that.
You know, Priyanka, this is the sentiment even on the ground. That is precisely what I was talking to you before. The people, the voters of Delhi feel that you have been not visible on the ground. And that is why right now they're almost saying that the battle has been decided between the BJP and the Congress. Or BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party.
Ankit, you can't be standing with a group of Aam Aadmi Party and expecting a question out of them for the Congress. This is absolutely, I mean, you can't judge Congress and our strategy and our entire campaign on the basis of what Aam Aadmi Party supporters with Aam Aadmi Party caps are wearing and talking. That would be unfair for our party. How about you standing in an a Congress group? Maybe at Connaught Place you don't find them.
Priyanka, I give that to you, but I will show you an example why I'm saying the battle now is between BJP and the...
No,
Priyanka, if you hear me, I'll give you an example. Quickly look around me. Quickly look around. If you have a screen around me, it is only the white caps of the Aam Aadmi Party
I will give you
and the BJP. The Congress is missing in action.
Ankit, Okay, Ankit, just because you're standing at CP and you are questioning the Congress not being present, how about you going where Rahul Gandhi is doing a road show and covering why BJP and Aam Aadmi Party are not to be seen? Extremely unfair questions being asked of me, I would say. And
Would you? All right, so Priyanka feels it's extremely unfair, but the buzz on the ground, we can give that to them that there is no presence of the Congress here. But Preeti, you know, we have been covering this entire election from the ground, and the sentiment of the voters usually has been that Rahul Gandhi came in, good for the Congress, but he came in too late, isn't it?
Well, you know, Priyanka, if the Congress was politically astute, we are not here to take sides. Nobody is here to call whether it is a battle just between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. We are observers, and this is what we can observe. And this is just a micro example of what is playing out in the country. There is a fact that the Congress flag is not here because there is no voter sentiment. So when you say it is unfair to stand in a crowd which is just BJP,
well, now let me go across to our reporters on the ground. We have, in fact, Gaurav Sawant who is joining us, also Javed Ansari for a perspective on this election. Let me quickly first go across to Gaurav Sawant who is on the ground right now. Gaurav. Okay, we seem to, I'll be going to Gaurav in a while. Let me first go across to Javed Ansari, who is standing right now at the iconic Red Fort. Javed, in all your years of covering politics, this election has been special, isn't it? The people have been talking about a referendum on Modi, a referendum on Kejriwal, a referendum on the Congress party. What is your sense? What changed in this election in Delhi?
Well, there are several things which make this election one of the most exciting. One is the personalities involved. The all-powerful Indian Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. On the other side, ranged against him is in the garb of a crusader, is Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. And then you have the Congress party fighting for its survival. There was Kiran Bedi who was pitchforked at the very 11th hour. Then there are issues involved. The very fact that this is in the heart of the capital, it all makes for a lot of color, a lot of excitement. Delhi's important significance lies way beyond its numbers. If you just talk of numbers, there are only 70 MLAs from Delhi. But the psychological importance of this Delhi, this is the capital, this is the heart of political power in the country. And Mr. Narendra Modi, after becoming Prime Minister, has been romping over winning one state after the other. This is the first time that he's facing a real challenge. And you have a party, just a 2.5-year-old party in the form of Aam Aadmi Party, which is breathing down its neck. Right. They've given the formidable, both the national parties, a run for their money. It's everything now boiling down to a grand finale.
All right. In this milli, I mean, in this loud slogan shouting, I can hardly hear what Javed said. But let me also bring you a perspective from the BJP. We have Brijesh Pandey who is joining us from the BJP. Brijesh, the Congress spokesperson might think that it's unfair to put it that it's a battle between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. But even in the attacks of the BJP, it was Arvind Kejriwal. Do you believe the BJP is now satisfied right at the end of the campaign about how the campaign went, and do you think that there might be some other thing that they could have done possibly different?
Well, Ankit, there are lots and lots of things which the BJP could have done differently and arrived at this at the end of the campaign very happily. Because, you know, the fact of the matter is that the BJP, when it started the campaigning, was a party which was at a very strong wicket. But slowly and slowly as the day progressed, the D-Day progressed, you know, it was a party which was plagued by internal dissent. It was a party which looked like it has no coherent policy, and it was a party which looked like, you know, that the top leadership is thinking something and people and cadre at the ground were thinking something absolutely else. You know, if you look at it from the start, when, you know, Aam Aadmi Party declared the list of all their 70 candidates and started campaigning, BJP looked like a very smug side which said that no, we don't have to, and the day it is done, you know, we'll release all a list of candidates and we'll make sure that we go ahead and win the election very comfortably. However, when it comes to end of campaign party, it hardly looks like, and the BJP is a party right now which is hoping for a comfortable majority rather than being sure about it.
Right. Okay, so of course there might be a lot of things differently that could have been done in hindsight. All of us are entitled to say all those things, but a fiercely fought campaign. Asher, you know, before we talk more about how the Congress and what are their chances, the poll surveys are not giving them much. Is the Congress cadre actually think that they have a chance, or the late surge of Rahul Gandhi has not been able to even put that emphasis in the Congress cadre that they still think that they have a chance?
Well, Delhi is a very different state as far as the Congress party is concerned. Now, we also have to understand that since last 15 years and 20 years, there have been people who have been MLAs of the Congress party. Now, it is their allegiance, their specific constituency which they have nurtured, which they have built over the years. We can take a name of lots of MLAs in these ranks. So, these are the MLAs the Congress is banking upon. For instance, look at Harun Yusuf, who was a minister, Rajkumar Chauhan, who was a minister, Prahlad Singh Sani, who's a sitting MLA, Devendra Yadav, who's been an MLA, who's also a sitting MLA, Jai Kishan, who's been almost a 3-time MLA and won, and this time also. So what the Congress party is doing, it's trying to get on the places where it thinks it has a stronghold. Their MLAs have won, people have been ministers, people have been MLAs for a very long time. Now, putting all that into perspective, the Congress party is trying to galvanize the cadres in those constituencies to constantly go ahead to augment those constituencies. That is what the Congress party is exactly looking at, rather than new or greener pastures. So even if they achieve that, that is something that would be a bigger accomplishment.
Absolutely. In fact, Asher, I will just, just come in at this moment, as you were very rightly pointing out, the Congress playing only to their strength, only in the constituencies where they can win. Preeti, has been the sentiment right across on the ground also. Yes. And if you're wondering why I turn every time I speak to Preeti, because I can see her from here on the rooftop of that studio that we have made. Preeti, over to you now.
Well, I can see you too, Ankit. So there, if you see that wave going out, it is for you. Well, Ankit is bang on there, and what we're going to do, our producers, Ruchira, are going to put our graphics there for you on the constituencies with which Rahul Gandhi toured, and why he toured those constituencies. He did it yesterday, primarily to hold on to those MLA seats that the BJP already has sitting candidates. Well, last hour and a half to go before the campaign ends in the national capital, and the war of words is reaching its crescendo. If Kiran Bedi was quiet 2 days back, was crying yesterday, today she was all guns blazing, tearing into the Aam Aadmi Party. Let's get you that wobble duel between Kiran Bedi and Ashutosh.